Hi everyone, I want to show you how to farm Nihlathak in Act 5 in Diablo 2 and how to find him in a few seconds every single time. There are a few tile sets you need to memorize, and you can also say in which direction to go once you find the level that he's in. And then of course you have to also defeat him, but he doesn't really have a lot of HP. The reason to farm him is that first of all he's a very high level, so he can drop the highest item level items in the game, including some charms that they can use for crafting to get a +1 to a skill category for a class and 45 life, so they can only drop from Hell, Diablo and Baal and Nihlathak. And he also drops the keys of destruction, which is one of the 3 keys needed to open the portals for the Uber bosses and Uber Tristram in the end. The other 2 drop from the Summoner in the Arcane Sanctuary and the Countess in Act 1. And those are fairly easy bosses. Nihlathak is a bit more tricky, and destruction keys are usually the most sought after. Personally, I've been farming him quite efficiently as a Javason. I respec now to bow, but as a Javason this is quite easy to do. You just have to be aware that especially in the first level there's a lot of lightning immunes, so it's a bit rough. But in the second level you can just run in, usually avoid the snakes, those are a bit hard, and blast him down. So you can find Nihlathak in Halls of Pain in Act 5, and here we have the central waypoint. This is 1 out of 3 layouts, and here you have to go to the top left. So you follow this path, go a little bit here, maybe blast down some of these guys if you want, and then you keep going here to the top left, and this is already it. So this is a very straightforward path. You see, you just turn here and then move all the way to the top left and you're in Halls of Ward. And here you have 4 different walls you have to look at. There's one for each direction, so it goes to southwest, southeast, northeast, northwest. And on this path you look at this wall. If this is empty like this is an empty wall, then this is not the right path. The same here, you look at this wall, this is also not the right one because it's empty. And here we look at this wall. It's basically the first one you see every time. And this is the right path because it has these little eyes here that you can see. It looks like this in the legacy view. It's actually a bit more distinguished. You also have the eyes here, but this wall doesn't count. You have to look at this one. And on the top left path, it's this wall as well. So it's always essentially the first wall out of this middle separation that you're looking at. And then you will know where he is. And this way we go up. You can just rush through here. The only really dangerous monsters here are the snakes, because they have like a very powerful charge and also poison dart ability. The poison dart ability actually does physical damage, so your poison resistance doesn't help you against it, but antidote potions help to remove the poison at least when you get poison, so it's always nice to have a few of those potions around. And finally we have Nihlathak here. My build is not really made for this. Usually as a Javason I just went in and one-shot the entire room. For me, I always just went in, blasted everything down with Lightning Fury and then killed Nihlathak. When you kill everything, make sure that you stay away from the corpses, because there's a powerful corpse explosion ability that will easily deal 500 to 1000 damage to you depending on your fire res. So it can even one-shot you, because sometimes you might be cursed and cast amplify damage on you, and without like 1500 life plus you will not survive. So I'm also going to show you the other 2 paths. This one is the one where you start at the top, so you have to go to the bottom right a bit and then to the top right. Don't turn the first one here, you have to turn on the second one, because this here is just a dead end. And here you can turn up and then go all the way here to the top right, basically 1 straight path, and you will be there, and you're in the next level. It's right here. So you can also go like 1 further and then turn up to the top right. This also works. You also see here is the entrance to the level, so it's quite close there. You can also go another path and then go to the next level, and again you can find Nihlathak. In this case he's here on the bottom right. And here's the final path. So this is the one where you start on the right. Here you have to go to the bottom left. So I'm going to do that right now. Essentially you just walk this way here. Again, you have like multiple ways in case one of them is really blocked or something, so you could turn around here, but just make sure you keep going down this path, and that you don't go too far to the right, because there will be dead ends here. And this is already it. And we're in the next level, and then you can check again. In this case Nihlathak would be on the bottom left, because here are the eyes. You see that? So to summarize, there are 3 paths in the first level. One is the one where you start on the right and you have to go to the bottom left. One is where we start at the top, where you have to go to the bottom right and then top right. And then there's the central one where you go to the top left. And that's it. And finally, here in the halls of Ward, where Nihlathak is located, you look at those walls here and look for those eyes on those 4 walls here in the central area. Make sure you always avoid these tomb vipers, they are deadly. And finally, when you fight Nihlathak, you don't want to get stuck in the corpses because of the corpse explosion. And that's it. So keys of destruction are really easy to farm for even classes that don't have teleport. For example, here in Amazon, I had like maybe 100% faster run walk. That is a decent amount to avoid almost all the enemies very easily. Rush the Nihlathak, 2-shot him, get the key, get out. And definitely a very good farming spot. That's already it for this video, so hope you enjoyed this little guide, and see you guys next time.